Hi, it's Nicole, and today I'm sharing the 4 cards that I made with the May 2026 club subscriptions from Spellbinders. My first card, I dove straight into the stitched die of the month, which is the Stitched Sunshine. This creates one of those kind of like full panels for your card front. After I did my cards and I was editing my photos and stuff, I immediately went to go see what other people had done with this one. And there's a bunch of cards that I want to like recreate or kind of do a fun twist on where people used just the center die cut that creates like the face of the sun and made these fun, they kind of reminded me of like confetti, but with faces. And I just thought that that was so fun. So for my card, I kept it pretty simple. I used 2 different colors of yellow color wheel cardstock. My stitching, I did weave in a strand of, I believe it's called Krennic. I could be pronouncing that wrong, but essentially it's just like a gold foil thread. I added that to 3 strands of DMC, did my stitching. With these like long stitches, I like to kind of hold them as secure as I can with my fingers while I'm stitching to make sure I'm not pulling too hard. I popped up his little face in the center, and then I pulled a stamp set from the Burst of Summer stamp set, which is the stamp and die of the month for May. I did gold heat embossing on this one and used one of the same yellows from my card base. So I kept it really simple, but at the same time, I think that all of those stitched sun rays are just so fun, and I didn't really want to cover too much of that up. I did strategically kind of hide some foam adhesive behind the lower part of that sentiment, and then I dug through my stash for some gold embellishments. I thought about doing the sequins, but I ended up picking these like half back pearls from Pink Fresh Studio. And that was it for my stitched card. For my press and foil, this is the Up and Away, and you get this full panel plus 3 sentiments. So I did all of my foiling at one time while it was heated up with these full coverage like foil plates. I leave it on my glimmer machine for 2 rounds where like it heats up and the light indicates that it's ready to go. And I've had okay success, I would say. I didn't want to color in the balloons individually. I saw a lot of inspiration like coloring them in, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to just do like some subtle ink blending. So I did a little bit of like a summer themed ombre ink blend on the back, and then I popped the 3 sentiments back into the negative from when I die cut them and tried my best to kind of line up and have it be the same kind of ink blend. And I am going to use all 3 sentiments. I just really liked how they kind of ran together when you read all 3 of them together. So I'm going to trim this panel down with an Essentials rectangle die, pop that up with some foam adhesive, stack all of my sentiments with 2 additional layers of some white cardstock, and then I'm going to put 2 of them kind of centered near the top and then another one kind of down here on the left. And then with all of the cards for May, for some reason, I was like, you know what? I want to have all of them kind of have these pops of like a metallic. So I pulled out the silver version of these like half back pearls from Pink Fresh. And I'm just going to kind of have them cascading from top to bottom and nestle them in and around those sentiments. So somewhat of a simple card, but still really just kind of dynamic and interesting with the ink blending and the kind of shine from the metallics, which the press and foil does also come with matte silver foil this month. From there, I moved over to the small die of the month and the embossing folder of the month. The embossing folder of the month is the poolside one, and it creates those kind of like reflective, almost like spider webby pattern that you see when you're looking at pool water. And then the small die of the month is the ready to roll, and it's this really cute suitcase that you can kind of build, and then there's a dog and a cat that you can prop and have them kind of look like they're peeking from inside the suitcase on top of the suitcase. I ended up embossing a panel of cardstock with that folder. I trimmed it down so that it was covering like 2/3 of the front of my panel. I added a strip of gold cardstock because, again, I wanted to find a way to kind of bring in a little bit of like shine on all of these so that while they're not necessarily the same color palette and they don't scream that they're a card set, I think it's fun to just kind of find something to carry over throughout all of the cards that I make with the club products. That's just kind of like a personal like challenge thing. So I built my little suitcase scene, popped it up on the center of the card, and then I grabbed another sentiment from the Burst of Summer stamp set. I just used black ink, stacked it, and then I am still very much using up these matte enamel dots that I have in my stash. I went years without using them. Now I'm loving them, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of them. So if you have a suggestion for matte style, like detail embellishments like this, please either leave me a brand, leave me a link, leave me something. From there, I moved on to the large die of the month. I feel like I saved this for last because I love putting die cuts together, and this one is so fun. There was a card that I saw Yana from Spellbinders put up, and she had done like a grid style with 4 soda cans and like 4 like mini scenes, and I really want to make that the next time I pull this out. I think it was just so fun and so like dynamic. I just kind of had fun, die cutted everything to see, what was what. A lot of times the first time I play with something, I'm just really trying to figure out what goes where, what are all the different options. So a lot of times I tend to just cut everything and kind of see where it goes. I picked a lot of bright summer colors, and then I decided that I was going to do a black card base to kind of help these stand out. So got the majority of everything cut out, and that's something that I also do is I don't necessarily cut everything all at the beginning. I cut about 80% of what I think I'm going to use, and then as I build the card, I will go and continue to die cut and fill in where I think I need to. And this is like a lot of the large die of the month sets. There's so many dies in these that they are, 1, really good for scene building. 2, they mix and match really well with other large die of the months, like in past clubs, other like Spellbinder branded stuff. As I was doing this, I was like, this would be cute to pull in things from some of the Christmas releases and make the soda can more holiday themed. Tuck in, like I was thinking about the elves. There was an older one that has like cute little boy and girl elves that I was like, oh, he would be cute, like hugging the straw. And you could tuck in like presents on the umbrella stick, or holly berries on the little like olive pick. Like my brain was just all over with different things that you could do with this one. The soda can especially is really cute. Even just changing up the colors and having like a bunch of them on one card and having like a fun like pop themed sentiment. So many different ideas. But I just kind of kept it simple, followed the kind of assembly guide to figure out where everything went. Grabbed another sentiment from that Burst of Summer stamp set, did some stacked die cutting. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down on the top of my soda can in that kind of open area. I love that by cutting the base layer of the soda can with the silver cardstock, it brings in that like aluminum can vibe, and then the little like highlight holes also show that silver. I grabbed more of those matte enamel dots that I've been using up, and I went ahead with the green this time because I felt like to me, this was more greenery. I could have kept cutting leaves and tucking them in and adding more and adding more. I thought about cutting some florals from some older bloom sets, but eventually I had to be like, okay, you need a little bit of breathing room. So I'm going to tuck in more enamels than I thought I was going to use, but you just keep finding places to tuck more. Look, I'm going to tuck another one right there. This is why I'm starting to panic a little, because I'm getting very low on these and now I love them. So I need to go hunting for some like detail embellishments outside of like the shiny ones from Pink Fresh. So these are the 4 cards that I created with the clubs this month. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Leave me any questions you have down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.